Hello, welcome back. My name is Jeremy, and last time we covered the if-else statement, and this time I'm going to cover the if, else statement. So basically what it is here we can have, say, a few different conditions to meet. So let's say we had a number, and if this number equaled or was greater than or less than a certain number, go ahead and do this. Else if that same number is equal or less than or greater than to another number, do this instead. Else, we'll just give it a default to do something. So let's kind of jump right into this so we can see what we're talking about. So we're going to start with our PHP tags. Okay, and since I already brought up number, I'm just going to use number as an example in this. So I'm going to declare a variable called num. I'm going to make num equal 13. Okay, so we got our first if statement, which is if left right parentheses, call our variable num, which is 13. So I'm going to say if num is greater than 20, go ahead and echo, we'll say high. Okay. Now this is where the else if comes into effect. So else if the number is greater than, let's say, 12. Just so you can see this does work. And we're going to say echo so high, the getting closer, or well, this is correct. Okay. Then we have our else. And our else, we're just going to have a default to say just echo out the number itself. Alright, so we'll save this. This all looks correct. I'm going to come here and I'm going to refresh my browser and I'll slide this over just a little bit. As you can see, that number, or our num variable 13, that 13 is greater than 12, so go ahead and echo this out. So let's make it not. So let's make it 11. We'll save it. We'll run it. And we just echoed out the number. So you said if 11 is greater than 20, echo high. Well, 11 is not greater than 20, so it goes to the next one. Is 11 greater than 12? No, it's not, so it goes to the next one. And then it just echoes out the number. Also, you can have as many else if statements that you want if you want to come up with more conditions itself. We could also declare another variable. We'll say, we'll do another number. We'll say, I will call it 35. So here we can use our AND operator. So we can say if num, whoops, actually, let's do num1, num2, we'll change this to num1. So if num1 is greater than 20 and num is less than 32, go ahead and echo 5. Well, we know that num1 is not greater, so that's not gonna work. So we'll say if num1 is less than 11 and num, oops, should be 2, and num2 is greater than 20, echo out this statement, else do this. Let's get over just a little bit more and we'll refresh, and this is correct. Like I just said just a second ago that 11 is not greater than 20, and even though 35 is not less than 32, so it goes to our next statement, 11 is less than 12, which is true, and 35 is greater than 20. Go ahead and echo that out. Besides using AND statements, we could use ORs, but with the ORs it gets a little tricky sometimes. Only one of these conditions have to be true, like I talked about in my last video. So I could say, we could change this to, say, 31. So even though this statement is not true, that 11 is not greater than 20, but 31 is less than 30. We'll save this, refresh the page, and we get the high state. So I hope this gives you a little more information on, you know, some types of conditional statements and stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully I'll develop something less, little more than just these basic tutorials. You guys have a good one. Like the video, subscribe, comment, ask questions, all that good stuff. You guys have a good one. Bye.